Hello, hello, Eva.
Hello? Wenya? Jimmy
watching? Are you watching? Choral Music TV. Are you watching?
So I welcome you back to Choral Music TV. Unfortunately, we couldn't have sustained the stream, let me say, due to what you already know, have power cuts. I don't want to mention the other one. But thankfully, we are back again. We're going to start the discussion. We are grateful you joined us again. Tell another person we are back. Ayeyira at the background.
Choral Music TV. Are you watching?
So the everyday life of an organist. The opportunities and the misconceptions. What bad thing did you hear about organists? So to help me do the discussion, I have Bright Theodore Wari Ochre, principal organist for Symphonials GH, and Magnus Echampong, principal organist for Choral Africa. Okay, so guys, I welcome you back once again. We had to cut the stream due to unforeseen circumstances, but I'm sure every one of you is ready for this session. I'm sure you are ready, guys. Yeah. Yes, we quickly going into the discussion. We had already talked about your upbringing, how you went into the keyboard, your experience, everything, and they all sounded very interesting. So quickly, the topic on the table. Let me. Where should I start from? Let me ask a question. Have you heard of what people say about those who play the organ? The bad things they say about you people. Are you aware of some? And which ones would you want to say?
Okay, I'm very much aware. You see, there is this notion or misconception that all organists or all musicians, one, are alcoholic addicts, two, womanizers, and three, greed, like in terms of financial this thing. So, and one way or the other, because of the attitude and behaviors of some of the organists, they are true, but that can't be generalized for all organists in the country. The few that do these things, very unfortunate, have made it known to the whole public that it is so with all organists, but it is not so with all of us.
Some.
Yeah,
some, but
some of them.
Kweku, do you share in the same things like Bright said, that people have this misconception that organists are greed, as Kwesi said, they are alcoholics, they are a whole lot of bad things. What else have you heard?
Yeah,
or the same things?
I've heard the same things before.
Is it a case?
It is not always the case.
It is not always. So to some extent, it is.
Yeah. So their personalities. So yeah, when you find or you meet an organist who is a drunkard or who likes women or who is greedy, it is his or her personality, not the whole how do I say, the career or the title organist. It is the person, not the title.
Not the title.
Yeah.
But so when you go out in your quest to practice your passion, you hear these misconceptions. Do they break you down? Kweku, let me take it from you first.
Actually, I growing up or growing in this career or in this business, I set myself apart from all these misconceptions. So I actually am living my life to debunk everything people have, or any thought or any misconceptions these people have against us or with us.
Kwesi, how do you take them when you hear people say that you are a womanizer, you are alcoholic, you are greed? What do you say?
You see, before someone will make such a comment, and I'm sure it will be based on an experience that person has had. Yeah, so you don't just disregard such comments. You rather take all the comments in and weigh it and see which one is good and which one is bad. We hear this, I mean, most often, but if you know what you are doing and you are very determined, you don't let such comments and such things bring you down. Yeah.
I see.
You should rather
I see.
move you to be better.
I see. So we'll go and join the viewers. We get to see what they are also talking about, and very soon we'll also speak with one organist, a very renowned one, Dr. Albert Edusei, for him to share his views on the topic on board. But before I do that, Kweku, most parents, especially those close to church, they sometimes would wish that their kids are playing like you guys. How do you think that these misconceptions are going to have an impact on the decisions they would want to take as to their wards becoming like you guys?
So I think to the parents,
Yes.
to just find someone, because these habits are easily picked or learned.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're giving your child or your ward to a person to train, you should watch out for the person's personality or habits. As this person associated with these things people are saying, does he like women? Does he like alcohol? Is he greedy? Good. So yes, if you get to know these things now, when you are taking your ward there or your kid there, you know that definitely the kid is going to pick those quality, whether they are good or bad. So you just watch out for the person you are taking your kid to, and then I think the person will be fine. The kid will be fine.
So Kwesi, with that not done, you think that these thoughts or these misconceptions would negatively impact on a parent's decision to bring in his or her ward to you guys to train? Do you think so?
Yes, to some extent, but it all boils down to the parent's decision. You see, before, as my brother said, before you give your ward out to a tutor, you must first do some background checks of the person you are giving your word to, and then you know the caliber of person he or she is before you go ahead and then give your word to him or her to train.
I see.
Yes.
I see. So, if you just join us, we're still discussing the everyday life of an organist. Helping me do the discussion, I have Bright, Theodore Owari Ochre, I have Kwekwe Champon. These guys.
Hallelujah, Jesus basing. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Jesus basing.
So very soon we will get to speak with Dr. Albert Edusei, the executive director for the Celestial Evangel Choir inside Kumasi.
Hallelujah, Jesus Christ, awesome Jesus.
Wesley, I know you sing too. Would you want to join this music? You won't. Okay, sing. We're listening. You don't know the lyrics. I see. So we should spare you, eh? You can still do something. Okay. Then do something. Sing. Hallelujah. Oh.
Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace.
Uh-huh.
Choral Music TV. Are you watching?
Okay, so let me put this across that because of his busy schedule, we had to speak with him ahead of time, just so he will be able to go and attend to patients. So what are we going to play now is a pre-recorded interview, but it was done today, let me say about 20 minutes before we came on air. Okay, so let's go and listen to what Doc said when we had the interview with him. Doc.
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, and I welcome you to Choral Music TV. We're having a discussion on the everyday life of an organist. When you want to talk of organists in Ghana, we cannot name them without you. So when you wake up in the morning, you may be an organist or a medical doctor. How are you able to manage your medicine with being an organist?
Good. Good afternoon, and I would like to say hello to your listeners. As an organist and a medical doctor, I call it medical stroke musician. M&M. Yeah. Yeah. In order not to forget your musical skill, you must be determined that despite the schedule as a medic, you should always try to make time for music as well. So for me, what takes most of my time, because I work in the emergency confirmatory, and it takes a chunk of my time. I wake up early for work, I get back late. But I've trained myself not to forget the skill or the talent God has given me. So I try to always build upon it. So even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes a day, I get to rehearse. I make sure I do it, and I do it to my satisfaction, and I make sure I rehearse well.
I see.
Unlike somebody will have maybe 2 hours at a go, they will sit behind a keyboard and just be playing for playing sake. Even if it's 10 minutes that I get, I try to play something meaningful. I try to rehearse, and I make sure that what I'm practicing is in the right direction, so that I don't come back making mistakes on what I practice.
I
so
see.
Let's say I pick an anthem. Maybe I give myself a month or 2 months to finish the anthem. Even though I can easily type it, I decide to play it well and make sure that I don't lose that skill. So let's say I decide that, okay, for this piece, I'll play 10 minutes. And the 10 minutes, I'll make sure I play just one or two. And that one or two bars, I must make sure that it is to my satisfaction, it is to that standard I want it to be. So that I just don't use 10 minutes to rush through the song and play everything, thinking, no, I am done.
I see.
I rather want to say that I am playing it well. So even if it will take me 3 months to finish a piece, I'll do that.
Wow.
So
Because of my work, I cannot add playing organ. There can't be an excuse like that. Do you agree?
no, there is no excuse. I mean, those who try to give excuses, me, I think personally, I think they are lazy. And using myself as an example, if I know maybe in 6 months' time I have a concert coming up, and looking at my busy schedule, I think I'll be playing that concert. It means I have to start rehearsing immediately. I don't have to wait till the time is near. Then I'll be giving excuses that because of work I don't have time. I couldn't have time to rehearse.
I see.
I don't want to do that. So I make sure that if they are challenging pieces, then I have to start rehearsing early, so that by the time the concert is due, I wouldn't have any excuses to give and all that. Yes. So there should be no excuse. There should be. I mean, there are exceptions. Sometimes the piece is so challenging that even if you had the whole time to yourself, you use about 3 months.
Yeah.
Such pieces, with your busy schedule, it could take you about up to a year to finish playing it. Let's say if you are like me, getting 10 minutes or 20 minutes a day to rehearse, it can take you up to about a year, and it shouldn't be a problem. The most important thing is for you to finish playing the piece and playing it well. How long you took shouldn't be a problem.
I see.
Yes.
I see. But Dog, you have a very good profession.
Right.
What opportunities do you think are in being an organist that you still want to add that to your profession?
Okay. Well, for some of us, I think music has taken us far compared to our profession. And I think that alone is a plus. Doing God's work, it makes you kind of disciplined. Unlike people having other professions, having time for necessary things or necessary outings. We with musical background, at least we try to use our time judiciously. For me especially, the least time I get, I prefer to rehearse. Because if I don't rehearse, I'll lose the skill. So being a disciplined person and all that is as a result of the musical profession as well.
I see.
So
But,
yeah.
So wrapping up, have you heard of any misconception about organists, and what advice would you give against that?
Misconception in terms of
maybe some organists, I don't know, okay, are lazy, as you said. Maybe they have the time to be able to rehearse 2 hours a day, and maybe they've been informed of a concert in August and the concert is in December. They will wait till it is in December and then they will come to do their own thing, asking that they are not they've not learnt everything. Apart from that, there is a misconception that some organists, if not all, indulge in alcoholism, indulge in fornication, like because of the organ they play. They are attracted to women, ladies, and also they are money conscious.
Right. Okay. So misconception, as you've rightly said, maybe you've generalized it, but with the alcohol and being money conscious and all that, I think it comes back to attitude. It comes back to an individual attitude. The alcoholism may not necessarily be that because the person is a musician automatically musicians are drunkards, musicians chase women. I mean, I must admit that being a musician, we are all vulnerable because maybe some ladies might have things that attract them, and music is one of them. So if you don't have the right attitude, if you are not disciplined, you might end up falling in such traps. So it comes back to the attitude. And also being money conscious, everybody has their aim or what they are looking out for when it comes to music. Some do it as a hobby. For some, it's their profession. And I respect that a lot. So if somebody is doing it as a profession and demanding money or asking for a salary or asking for a stipend or whatever, we must respect that because that is what they do for a living.
I see.
And even for us who don't do music for a living, sometimes we are invited to programs and you don't have any option than to charge because you don't also want to be like a shabu organist or going around playing and all that. So, I mean, you want to add some class to it.
Yes.
So, for people being money conscious, I mean, they have every right to because, it's, as I rightly said, it's their profession. Just that, you know, some people naturally, let me put it in a way that some people naturally don't respect the profession in the sense that because of alcoholism and some bad behaviors they indulge in, sometimes it makes demanding what is due them becomes some way. Now it becomes like they are just chasing money because of some attitudes or behaviors they've indulged in. But ideally, if they were disciplined, they respected themselves, they were doing the right thing, asking for what you are due or what it's yours shouldn't be a problem.
I see.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. And again, for organists preparing for programs and all that, you know, these days, the young organists coming up, some are copying blindly. Some are copying blindly in the sense that they are looking at what some experienced or grown-up musicians are doing and want to do the same overnight. They see a musician or an organist playing keche, and all of a sudden they want to sway from the right thing they are doing by playing their notes right and rehearsing right to also copying what the fellow organist is doing. Because the keche will take them far, the keche will give them more fans, the keche will make people know that they are also great. But for me, personally, I think it's not necessary. It's not necessary. I think music should be done right and it should be done professionally. I mean, the keche and all that is there, but that shouldn't be the main focus. At the end of the day, I believe the focus should be the choir. If you are performing with the choir, it's different from you playing your own thing alone. So performing with choirs and all the attention is on the keyboardist or the organist because they are doing something which is way off what the choristers are doing. So now the listeners are not paying attention to the music, the voices, but they are paying attention to the organist and what he's playing.
Doc.
Yeah. So
let me thank you. Let me thank you very much for your time. You've really educated us, and we'll come back to you again when the need arises. Thank you very much, Doc.
Sure. You're welcome. Thank you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was Dr. Albert Edusei, director of the Celestial Evangel Choir in Kumasi. You're still watching the everyday life of an organist, the misconceptions and the opportunities therein. And we are grateful that you joined us. And so, very soon we'll get to read some comments that we have in. I still have Bright and Magnus here in the studio. celebrate our God. We will jubilate our God.
Choral Music TV. Are you watching?
So on the note of celebrating our God, we'll go for a quick commercial break. Don't go away.
It's that time to sing all the praises to God. Heavenly Jewels Choral presents Ayeyinyom Virtual and Live Concert 2020. Date Sunday 6 September 2020. Time 4 p.m. Theme Praise Among Nations. Venue Revival Restoration Center, Assemblies of God Church, Roman Ridge. Following COVID restrictions, a special invitation will be given to limited number of people with free face masks. Be the first to call for enquiries and reserve your seat. Call 0245-897-232. Tickets will be delivered to your doorstep. Rate is absolutely free. Ayeyinyom is all about singing praises to God.
This program is powered by Think TV, Jewels TV, supported by Dams Premium Travel and Tours, Think Professional Institute, Think News Online.
So we will come from that break. Regards to olive organs. If you want any locally manufactured organ, get through to Olive Organs, located at Ashaiman Timber Market. They are ready to serve you at your homes and at your church places. So some comments that have come in so far. Bonsu Anderson says that Bryce has made me realize over some few years I came to know him that being an organist is one of the best ventures one can partake in. Big ups to you, bro. You are not forgotten, Kweku. Thanks for all the support. Some good one coming for you guys. Charles Gorman says, big ups, brothers. Thank you very much for watching. So we are back to the studio to continue the discussion. And now I want to know the challenges you go through in preparing for events. When Doc was speaking, he made mention that if he knows that he has an event ahead, he gets time to prepare. Even if it's 10 minutes daily or 2 hours daily, he gives himself ample time to be able to. How is it difficult? Let me ask you a question first. How is it difficult for you to prepare for a concert?
Well, it all depends on the choice of songs or the song selection for the concert. Depending on your level, I believe as an organist, you must have carried yourself and you know how fast you can learn a piece and how long it's going to take you to learn a particular piece of a particular genre. So depending on the kind of songs that the group or the choir has chosen, you have to go through all the songs, and I believe you will be very much informed as to the number of hours or the number of days you need to really prepare for the concert. So I mean, it's relative. It depends on every organist, the strength. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. A song that is going to take me 1 day to learn may take him 1 minute to learn.
Yeah,
The
I
same
see.
way a song that is going to take him 4 days to learn, it may take me a week to learn. So it all boils down to.
It's true.
Yes.
It's true.
I remember way back, like this guy was playing O Down. And the time he used to play this, it took me like a year before playing that. Just the introduction.
You were able to play all that who came as from above.
Just the introduction for almost.
It took you a year.
A year.
Why? What went wrong?
Child levels, no.
So talking of all that taking you a year to learn, apart from that, do you have any piece that has challenged you so much so that you nearly gave up?
Oh yeah, when I started. Yeah.
When you started, so that would be like
when I was introduced to classical like anthems and yeah, I had pieces that took me 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
You don't mean it.
I mean it. 2 years.
Which one is that?
It's a mass. What shall I do? You know, it's a bit classical. Yeah. It took me 2 years to study the whole piece. All along I was just playing the introduction. So and then I stopped.
And then you stop.
So it be levels.
It be levels.
Yeah,
it be levels. So which piece that has challenged you so much?
So far, in fact, all the pieces are challenging. I don't know which one has challenged me the most, but all of them are challenging. It all depends on the number of time, the number of hours you put into practice. But I don't know. I don't really know a particular piece. I mean, on a comparative purposes, the one that will stand out as being the most challenging piece I have ever played. Yes,
I see.
I
I see. But then, is it the case, as people would want us to believe, that it is not easy to become an organist? Do you get it? Having to study the staff. If I hope you guys do not encourage tonic sofa. You rather encourage staff to tonic sofa. Am I right?
To me, the stuff is easier.
The stuff is easier.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you say the same thing?
Yes.
So then, if somebody sees you play, the person may think that it took a day or some few minutes for you to become who you are. Others also have that mind, and they are in the majority, that it is not easy to even be able to know your keys. And that is really discouraging a lot of people to learning how to play the keyboard. Is it really difficult to learn the keyboard, Kwesi?
You see, nothing comes easy in this world. Even when you started to walk, you started crawling, you fell, you rose, and gradually you were able to walk. So everything in this world, if you want to really do it well, you come across challenges. So it is difficult, yes, but with perseverance and determination, you can always do it.
Is it difficult, Kweku?
No.
It's not. It's not. So that whoever wants to learn how to play,
it's all about, if you really want to
You can do it. You can do it.
You can do it.
So, so how long do you think from scratch, if somebody at the age of 7 wants to learn the keyboard, how long do you think that person will be able to say that now I can play the keyboard? Let me ask Kwesi, and you see, I know that the tutors varies. That's why I want you guys to speak to the duration. But how long do you think it will take to?
You see, when you interviewed Doc, he made mention of Dr. Albert. He made mention of having to practice a piece for 1 year in order to be perfect. The same piece may take someone just a day. So bringing this one, you see, it depends on the strength of the individual and then the tutor who is tutoring the kid. You see, yeah. So there is no specific duration for someone from the scratch. Say by 1 year you should be able to do that. I mean, there are standards, but depending on individual capabilities and our IQ levels and our assimilation levels, it may vary. So I mean, there is no specific time frame for you to be able to really. It may take you 3 years to learn the correct thing, and then from there you will accelerate.
Okay.
If you
No, don't worry. You can
so
add it.
if you are in a haste and then you brush it off, and within 3 months you think you are okay, in some years to come you see that you go back and revisit what the person who used 3 years to do. You go back and revisit all those things, and it's just like starting it again from the scratch.
I see.
So
if not ended, you can end.
You really have to take time and learn it. I'm saying that there's no specific time frame for one to be able to learn the keyboard, since we don't have equal capabilities, we don't have equal IQ levels, and the tutors also vary. So that is it.
So Kweku, what has been the shortest period at which you've been able to teach somebody how to play the keyboard?
Okay, so currently I'm tutoring a young lady or a young girl.
At the age of?
She's 8 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. And we are in our 3rd month, and she's playing pieces already, not technical, difficult, like the technical difficulty level is at the beginner's level, but I mean, she has picked up.
She has picked up. So you made mention that it had to take you about a year to learn Ames what shall
2 years.
2 years rather to learn Ames what shall I do. I think we have that piece ready and we want to play for listeners. Yes.
Choral music team. Achiksa.
Yes, amen, amen,
So maybe this
amen.
one, this one took me 2 years.
So now you're able to play
Oh yeah, of course.
at the blink of an eye.
Oh, okay.
Just what Daniel no cry, you can say bokra. We're born of. I see, but see the your story you just shared may also discourage somebody that if I would have to use 2 years to learn one piece, when at all will I be able to add another song?
So
What do you think went wrong?
So yes, so I think when I started, I didn't have not that my tutor was bad. Actually, my dad taught me, and he's a good one. He's a good one. But simply because of little techniques I ignored or just bypassed. And so yes, as my brother said, if you go past those things or quickly rush through them, you would get to a point where you would need them, and so you'd want to come back and then come and revise. So yes, it was technique, and the music technical level was above me. So
I see.
that's it.
I see. So very soon we'll get to speak to another person to share his thoughts on the topic. But then, Kwesi, I asked Kweku how long the shortest time he's been able to teach somebody how to play the organ. Do you have something like that? Let's say 3 months or less than a year.
Okay, so I'll use my brother Bonsu Anderson, the one you just read comments from. Yeah, I think I got to know him from 2018 thereabouts, 2017, 2018. It's been quite long. He could I mean, he knew the basics, but guiding him and teaching him these techniques, I think it took him about say 5 to 6 months to be stable, for him to be able to play, accompany a service.
Okay.
So I would say I didn't start him from the scratch. He had some basics, so then I had to
Top up.
So I think it took me about 5 to 6 months for him to be able to accompany the church the congregation even when I am not around. So if I were to have started with him from the scratch, I think it could have been less than maybe 4 months or 5 months, or even a year, depending on his assimilation level. But he's quite a brilliant guy, and he learns so quickly.
I see.
I want to take this opportunity to wish him all the best. He's writing Wasi.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the best.
All the best.
All the best. Santa Clausian.
Okay, so we have Opon Checheku Asamoah. He is the executive director of Levite Choral. He's on the line to share with us his thoughts on the topic. Good evening, Mr. Opon Checheku Asamoah. I want to mention the full name.
Yeah, good evening, Maxwell.
It's been a long time I heard from you. I'm sure you are fine.
Yes, I'm doing great by the grace of
We thank God. And how is the corona treating you?
we are doing fine. Yes,
You are doing fine. I see. So you've been listening to some parts of the discussion, and it has to do with what you do. You are an organist. For you, your job is even further because you manage at least 2 groups that I know of. When you wake up in the morning, how are you able? Let me put it simple. Every day, how do you live, combining your work and your passion as an organist?
Okay, so Mr. Maxwell, thanks for such a platform and the opportunity given for me to share my view on this topic. I think it's an interesting one, and I have really enjoyed myself. I've been following about. And then so for me as a part-time musician, it is quite simple. I mean, if you know how to manage your time and you know how to go about things, it is quite simple. And when I wake up, I don't do music only. I also do other stuff. I do business out as well. And then so I have period that I dedicate to doing music, and I also have another period that I dedicate about to doing equally important stuff. And then so for instance, if I wake up, what I do is, I mean, after prayers, after praying, I have a piano in my room, and then so maybe I'll just play a hymn. Then I'll just probably go and do the house chores and get ready for work. When I'm leaving for work, I just also play a song. Then I go to work.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you. Do you do that just for your devotion, or for fun, or as a form of rehearsal?
No, I do that as a form of a rehearsal. But you see, the rehearsal, there are two types of rehearsal that I call. They are the ones that I normally do just to keep myself active with the piano, and then there are the ones that I purposely need to sit down, then dedicate an amount of time. Because if you don't, for instance, if what I do in the morning is less than 5 minutes, I just play just a song. I don't have to sit down and really go into the song. It's just a song that maybe I've played before. But if I have a program or if I need to learn a new piece, I need to dedicate time for the song. And then so if I have to sit down now, time is very difficult.
Yeah.
And so if I need to dedicate an hour to have that rehearsals for that particular song, I need to find time within the day. So if it is from 8 to 9 p.m., I know I'm in the room doing that song. And then so, but I try my best to always play a song in a day. So I
Okay.
don't lose that skill or that dexterity on the keyboard. And that is what I do.
I
But
see.
within the week, if I have to as well teach a choir, I equally find time and do that.
So personally, how many times in a week are you able to rehearse?
So, like I said, like I told you that I do two types of rehearsals.
Two-
So there's one that I do every day, Monday to Sunday.
I see.
But yes, Monday to Sunday I play. I play morning, evening, morning, evening. But most of the time I'm free only on Sundays. And then so from Sundays around maybe 1 to 5, I can then have that ample of time, 4 hours. At first when I was less busy, I could spend maybe 3 hours, 4. But now that I'm doing two things, that is why I am a part time.
I
So
see.
I need to make sure that I dedicate some, quality time. So maybe 2 hours or 1 hour will be enough, depending on the work that I want to do.
I see. So what is this bad thing? I call it misconception that you've heard about organists that you'd want to discourage.
And so for every skill or for every gift, there are misconceptions. Mostly from people who are not gifted in that area. You're always going to find or say something. But I think it is something that has been with us way back. Okay. So anytime you tell your parent that you want to do music, there is something like why? Your friends are doing all that important. Why music? Because gone were the days that people were known to be drunkards, school dropouts, and they tend to be doing music. But thank God, we are changing. Things are changing, and we have professionals. People who are doing music full time.
You have doctor.
And
You have a
then,
doctor. Let me say.
yes, exactly. And then these older generations have also lived to see that the trend has changed. And then now, so you realize that even parents are even encouraging, their children to do music because now they have role models that they can call on to. One of the days, you cannot call your son that, follow, look at this person, they've done music, and then this is what they have. You couldn't say that. But now, at least there are some people that you can look at and say that, oh, look at this person, he's doing music, and then this is where he's landed. So you try. I believe in growth. Okay, whatever that you are doing, you try and strive to the top. And then so it's good that now we have people that are trying to get to that height in their career. And I think, I mean, with time, we'll be fine. I'm getting there.
With time, you'll be fine. What will be your last words, especially when you would want to encourage people who have the desire to learn the keyboard, but these bad perceptions, misconceptions are pushing them off?
So I always say that, I mean, there always has to be something that drives you to achieve a result, and that is passion. No one can encourage you to do that. It's passion. Make sure that what you are doing, you know where you want to be. If I should ask organists that in the next 5 years, what do you want to be? They will tell you. I mean, some of them have no idea. I mean, they think that playing in church is just okay for them because of the money that they are getting now. In 5 years' time, where would you want to find yourself? And then so passion should drive you to excel and get to that greater high that you want to be in your career.
I see.
That is what I can say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Opon Chicheku Asamoah, for your time this evening. And if the need be, we will come back to you for any further education. Thank you very much. We do appreciate you.
Okay, you're welcome.
So that was Mr. Opon Chicheku. He's also Derek. He's also called Derek, sharing some thoughts with us. So, Bright Kweku, you've heard from Dr. Albert Eduse. You've heard from Derek Opon. His is quite recent. What do you make of the points he made about what people think of an organist and the fact that something should drive you before you become an organist?
Okay, so I'll use myself as an example to this scenario. You see, I had this attitude, and I think it has really helped me about always trying to challenge myself, irrespective of whether the choir has learned the song or the choir has not learned the song. I do listen wide. Anytime I find a song very interesting, I quickly download the score and I download the MP3. So I rehearse alongside with the MP3 as though the choir is singing along. So that has been my I think the positive side of me that has really helped me. I don't wait for choirs to sing a song before I do play them. I play them to satisfy myself, and I challenge myself so that I can be able to satisfy myself. So I think.
I see. So, Kweku, what do you say to that? The misconception of the misconceptions people have about what you guys do, and something we are relying on what Derek just said, that something should drive you, some passion should drive you to want to learn how to play the organ. What do you say to that?
I've grown to learn that in this world, anything you do, if you don't have passion for that thing, you would end up either not continuing or feeling regret. Okay, so yes, so if you don't have passion for the instrument, the organ or the key, at the point, because there are challenges. You get to a point where, as we said, there will be a song that is challenging, and then if you don't have the passion, my guy,
you can't.
Assuming you've had a song, you don't play just for yourself. Any choir is not singing. So if you are finding the difficulties, what at all is the need for you to finish and complete it?
I see.
So,
But you guys are saying that as the organist, you would have to challenge yourself. Even before
the passion would make you challenge yourself.
But where do you situate passion and discipline? Having the passion and being disciplined at the same time, is it possible?
Yes, if you have passion, of course. You see, passion is kind of a fuel. Okay, it will fuel you to do certain things you are not even aware of. You may see yourself, what is discipline, but for some of us, you see us around and this guy is very jovial. He's that fun type, disciplined, but you would, because of his passion for the piano or the music, when you come to that sphere, that circle, you see that yes, there is discipline there.
So, what do you have something to add? What you just said leads me to my next question. That organists, you have your other side, the fun side of you guys. You do. So despite,
Nobody has.
but I don't know if this is also a misconception. They claim yours is on a crescendo basis. If pardon my words, but they say if you want to fool, you really fool proper. But you put it right that the fun part of you, does it have a positive impact in whatever you do?
Oh yes, it does.
How?
Just the mere fact that we see ourselves. Even I know offset when we close this show, we will have some fun.
Yeah.
And I mean that is encouraging enough to see a brother and then having fun with him. I mean it's positive. Having to see a brother and sharing, I mean,
jokes,
life stories and jokes with him. I mean that's it's very positive.
You have a lot to say.
We have a lot in common.
Okay, say one.
We actually grew in the same town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I know you attended the same SHS, Ebuaka State College, and you guys were playing at the same time, like you were handling the choir. What has been one of the craziest thing you've done on campus with the school choir?
I don't know if it will be very appropriate.
Who is going to say?
I think
not okay. Yeah, say. Yes.
Okay, so is it because we used to play? He used to play in Ebenezer Methodist Church in Chebi.
Yes.
Yes, and I used to play in Emmanuel.
Emmanuel.
Okay, the Ebenezer was the president.
Yes. And I used to play in Emmanuel congregation. So every Sunday we had the opportunity to go out.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be that they will come and pick us. The church elders will come and pick us and then drop us at the church services. And then after we are done, we come back. But you see,
we come back by ourselves.
We come back by ourselves. But you see,
they will come to pick you,
yes,
but you decide to come back by
yes,
yourself.
They will opt to bring us back, but we will find a situation or an excuse.
We are going to buy food.
So you see, I mean, there was this kind of flexibility with us, leaving campus on Sundays especially. We go to a time that we even added Saturdays to it. So we will leave Saturday without exit. It is not a good practice. I would encourage this one for everyone. But I'm sharing. So you see, there was one day that we left campus. The elders couldn't come for us. And we managed to go out to the church services. We didn't have exit. So on our way back, we met this lecturer, teacher. And he suspected that we didn't have exit. So he wanted to put us in trouble. So I mean, it was just closer to the school compound. Ahmadiyya. We were walking through the Ahmadiyya street, and then
that is for those who knows Chebi very well.
Ahmadiyya through to Abu School, Boka State College. Yeah, we were walking through the street, and then this teacher called us. In fact,
pressure.
We thought that that would be the end of us. So hey, come you guys. Where are you coming from? So we are choristers.
We're actually in the school choir uniform.
Yeah, the yellow.
The yellow. We used to wear yellow and black. So we took that uniform outside.
Yeah. So he quickly called, hey, you, where are you coming from? And I told him, we are coming from church. He quickly asked me, so what is your name? Quickly. I didn't use my real name. I said, I don't know the name I mentioned, but the moment I changed my name,
that's second.
He was then known as Matthew. Yes.
My name changed to from Magnus to
because
Matthew.
If you give your real name,
you are dead.
And immediately after that interrogation, he quickly sneaked to campus.
The speed.
And then we were praying on Monday morning. So this man was walking around trying to see and connect the face to the names. So lucky for us, we didn't give our right names. And then very fortunately for us, he also didn't bring up the case. And then I mean, it was.
So these are some of the benefits
of being an
organist. You get to go outside campus, and then when you are caught, you are
I see. And your various churches, you guys are healed because somebody wants to do a wedding, they are looking for you. Funeral, they are looking for you. Harvest, they are looking for you. Ordinary Sundays, they are looking for you. How does that make you feel? Kweku, you also answer the same thing. So Kwesi answer and then Kweku answer the same thing. How does that make you feel?
If you let that get into your head so much, you are likely to feel proud and pride will set in. You see, those days, Charlie, it wasn't easy. Would you believe? I don't want to mention it, but after church, after you have closed, the reward that you get.
Which reward? You said you didn't want to mention.
Yes, I don't want to mention.
Okay, that's
it
fine.
on air.
That's fine.
The
That's
reward that they will give you.
The
it
church
is-
will give
it
you.
is- Yes, yes, that one. It is enough discouragement.
Oh,
Charlie, we should
Charlie,
mention it.
Charlie,
In the
for a
year
whole-
2013,
No, we completed in 2012. So
yeah,
2011,
2010, 9, yeah.
yes.
We could take 5 CDs.
For playing the organ for a whole
he
church.
was taking 3 CDs.
No, I was taking 5 CDs.
And I was.
And then when it
I
got
think
to
I was-
a certain day when that incident happened
Yeah.
between my dad and then he said, hey, your father, so take these 3 CDs and as your transport and go. 3 CDs, so 3 Ghana. Okay, then it was, you could buy 5 sausages with 1 CD, so.
We're taking 3 CDs.
We've come from far.
Yeah, but
I mean, all of these things would.
discourage
If
you.
we had looked on to these things, we would have stopped. But I mean, we all had the passion.
But in general, it's a good thing to be an organist.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yes, it
But
is. Especially when coupled with academic qualification,
I see.
it really helps. Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So, I know you guys are able to teach other people, young and old, to be able to play the keyboard. Before we end everything, I want you to mention your contacts through which they can reach you. But there is a comment here from Isaac Sasu. He says, shout out to Kweku Magnus. He says, piano god Bakupe. May you continue to soar higher. God bless you. From Isaac Sasu. Isaac, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So, if you just joined us, you're still watching Choral Music TV.
Actually,
yes.
Ike has been a friend for almost 5 years now,
I see.
but we have not met in person before.
Oh, okay.
He just, I don't know how to say, he's just a fan.
A distant friend.
Yeah.
Social media friend.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So.
Does he play the organ?
Yeah,
He does.
he's also good.
Is he with a church?
I think he's with the Pentecost.
Pentecostal.
Yeah.
I see.
But
I
he
see.
loves choral music so much. I mean,
Oh.
God bless you, chap.
God bless you, Isaac.
Choral Music TV. Are you watching?
By Symphonials GH. I wish you were watching the video. But I think, Kwesi, we can get a video of this music, right? Where can we have that?
Okay, so you go to YouTube and you search for Symphonials Ghana. I think we have so many songs over there.
I see.
Yes.
This one is one of them. When
Yeah,
did
this
you
one is-
guys record this?
This one was in 2019
Gra-
during Grazioso.
Grazioso.
Yeah,
I
2019,
see.
Yeah.
And you were playing the organ?
Yes, please.
The lead.
The main man. The main man.
The main one. The main one.
Achiksa.
So Samuel Cord Daniel says, I salute you, Magnus. He says, good afternoon, CMTV. Good afternoon, Daniel. There, Mercy says, hello, watching from Tema. Great job. Thank you for watching, Mercy. Adwa Sweetie says, Magnus. Hey.
Oh.
Ajua. But do you know her?
Yeah.
Would you want to introduce her?
Oh, she's a classmate.
I see. Classmates.
Oh, sincerely.
Just a classmate. I see. Ajua, you were classmates, eh? So Desmond Kujenes Bakoji, I hope I got it right, says impressive Magnus Jr. a champion. He tagged you in your in that comment. Bonsu Anderson says great. Being an organist is the best privilege one can get. An angelic instrument of God for the propagation of His word. Big ups, Bright or Worry, my main man. So Steven Abeka says this guy is always laughing. Masa, what's funny? You know yourself, right?
Slow.
Oh, Samuel Anderson Queno, why? What me the answer do you? He says that Maxwell, you and Ansel should have learned the keyboard. Low. Oh, but fortunately or unfortunately, Kweku, your father started teaching Ansel. And he was to go and learn and then come to teach me. I'm telling you. Oh, yes. So every day, if he meets your father today, he will meet me the next day.
Okay.
Oh, we ended at how sweet the name of Jesus sounds.
At least you tried.
Oh, how sweet. See you. So mi la so latido.
Were you playing the harmony or just the melody?
Harmony. But not with two hands. We started with one hand. So we were just not on reading. Oh, that no. Let's be fair. No. That one is C.
Yeah.
For the C, we know. So he taught us from beginning how to combine the soprano and alto. So that was what we never ended that. We were always on that until also stopped going there and you see. But it's all good.
Yeah, you were not fool. You were just playing finger. Sorry.
Finger duets.
Finger.
Yes.
Brother, technique.
I remember. Pa da 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 da.
Oh, small wood.
Da 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 da.
You know, very surprisingly, this small wood comes in, and I would really appreciate my father. I mean, today, you see, when we were learning the piano, I didn't have access to small wood. It was actually a hand-ruled lines, and so everything, the notes that I was giving were actually handwritten by my daddy. It was later on that we had access to the small wood. Yeah. So, I mean, we went through the handwritten notes, and then everything went on. So those of you who have the small woods now to start with, I think you have a very bright future. Yeah.
Small woods there for you. So it's been a wonderful evening coming your way with this show. Oh yeah.
Choral Music TV. Are you watching?
So let me thank everybody that made this possible. My guests, Magnus Kwekwe Champon. He is with Choral Africa. If you want to get through to Choral Africa, any contact that you're supposed to call, let me give you some time, or you have it off head. Okay, so you can search that for us and then we'll call it out. And Kwesi, you also do same for Symphonials, your social media handles, and you end with your personal contacts if someone wants to have you teach them how to play the organ. They are very great guys. But before you guys do that, Isaac Sasu says, God bless you too, Magnus. You remember you were blessing him.
Now only him be better man. Now so, God Jesus, I always salute you. I the swallow, Baba.
Nyawdi me abedru ne waye yinsada. Waye yinsada ajinkwa. Okay, so Kwaku, you are ready. You can mention your contacts.
Okay, so this is the contact for the Choral Africa president. 0248 960194. 0248 960194. Mr. Right. Edem Bebli.
Mr. Edem Bebli. Yeah. He's the president for Choral Africa. Sure. Yeah. And so you can add your personal contact. If somebody wants to contact you to help them learn how to play the organ.
05000 37119.
Wait.
Customize. We shall now call them.
I see. Yeah. I see. So say it again.
05000 37119.
05000
37119.
I see. Kwesi, are you ready with yours? You can let us have it in them.
Okay, so I'll give the PR's number out.
Symphonia.
Yeah, Symphonia, the PR. Yeah, so you can reach us on 0201 471 209. 0201 471 209. And then let me quickly add the MD's number
that's fine.
To it.
That's fine.
So you can also get to the MD on 0542 99 2323. 0542 99 2323. If you get to any of these contacts, you are likely to get to.
What are your social media handles? Symphonials.
Okay, so Symphonials on YouTube, the Symphonials Ghana. On Facebook, the Symphonials Ghana, and then at Twitter at Symphonials.
Choral Africa, your social media.
Yeah, so we have a YouTube page and a Facebook page, and an Instagram page. All have the same name, Choral Africa. Choral Africa.
Choral Africa, Choral Africa, and that's coming from Magnus. And so, if you want a locally manufactured organ, you can call Olive Organs on 0508 40500. 0508 40500, like what Kweku said, 5,000. So I take it again, 0508 45,000, and you get through to Olive Organs for him to sort you out. Okay, so Kwesi, you forgot to give us your personal contacts. You can do that quickly.
Okay, so I'll give two lines out. MTN, you can call me on 0543 472543. 0543 472543. And then on Airtel Tigo, you can reach me on 0269 597259. 0269 597259. Thank you.
I see. Thank you too. So on the 6th September 2020, the Heavenly Jewels Choral is having a Yeyenjom 2020. It's happening live at Revival Restoration Center. Revival Restoration Center, Assemblies of God at Roman Ridge. Exactly 4 p.m. But it says I should put this across that it is strictly by invite. However, you can join the live feed, the virtual aspect of the whole concert on their social media handles. They will stream it live on Facebook and YouTube. You search Heavenly Jewels on Facebook, and then you search Jewels TV on YouTube. Okay, so Kweku and Kwesi, let me give you some few seconds to say something about your respective choirs, and then that we call it a day for this moment. So who is starting, Kweku or Kwesi?
Kweku starts.
Okay.
Who is starting?
So Choral Africa is an institution. It's not just a choir, but an institution geared towards excellence. So yeah.
Are you done?
Give me seconds.
Is it open for other people to come and join?
Yeah. So there are sections. We have auditions. So when when you visit our pages and you hear of any auditions, you feel free to come aboard.
I see. Kwesi?
It's a fun.
Yeah, so when you hear about the Symphony House, it's all about winning souls through music. Yeah, and I would say it's an Adventist-dominated choral group, which is very focused on winning souls through music. So I would like all of you just to go to our YouTube channel and then help increase the subscription. You hit the subscription button and then hit the notification bell, so that anytime we put any inspirational stuff there, you also have access, and then you'll be blessed by our administration. Thank you.
And then you'll be blessed by the administration. That was Bright Theodore Owari Ochre.
Bright Theodore
Ochre Owari.
Yeah.
He's so particular with the arrangement. I don't know what is so.
A different person.
If you change his name,
yes.
If you change the arrangement,
Yes, we're talking to someone else.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so you have only two names.
No.
Hey,
Have plenty names.
I see.
What is your official name?
My official name is Kweku Magnus Owusu Echampo.
Okay.
Kweku Magnus Owusu Champion. I see. Kweku Magnus Owusu Champion. So Nana Kwejo Ebenezer says, it's good having you guys. God bless you all. God bless you too, Nana Kwejo Ebenezer. It's been a very fantastic Friday evening having you guys with me here in the studio. Regards to you, Magnus Kweku Owusu Champion and Bright Theodore Ochre Owari. I was so careful that I wouldn't miss the arrangements. But thank you all for joining this show. I'll say thank you to production team as well. They made it possible for us to have this show. John Benamen to Asem Benamen Khan. Niaudi me abedruni. Why ye in Sada? So I'm leaving you, but not alone. I leave you with this quote, this inspiring quote, especially to those who aspire to be an organist one day. And it's from Walt's Destiny. And it reads, all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. So on that note of having the courage to pursue them, I say thank you very much. My name is Max Olofori, and the production team is led by Filippo Inzaghi. The man behind the camera, Sylvester Ekufu, Emmanuel Cranton, and the music man, Prince Chumesi, and the producer, the fantastic lady, my beautiful lady, my personal person, Hannah Dadzi. So it's always a pleasure having you. Come your way some other time. But until then, stay good. Continue to observe the safety protocols just so you are safe from coronavirus. In case you doubted it, I'm telling you it is real. May God bless you and keep you. So we meet again some other time. Bye-bye.